It's aviation's final frontier. Cowboy pilots who deliver small used aircraft.
Oh, man, that is weird.
Across distances they were never meant to fly.
This is the most extreme type of flying you can do.
Freaking thunderstorm!
Every flight is a gamble.
Everything is breaking on this plane.
Patience.
What a crock of
And friendships.
Dude, if we don't get back in 20 minutes, we're gonna get back coming. We're there.
Are tested. But as long as there's money and fuel to burn,
Who do I have to thank for this lovely little vacation I get to go on here?
they'll live to fly another day.
Piece of machinery called Cheyenne 2. That was a good lightning bolt. I got another one over there to the right.
Stu Sprung and Carrie McCauley are caught in the teeth of a desert storm.
Now there's kind of a real thin line in front of us. Like it completely crosses our path. An eye in front of us. Make sure we don't have any surprises.
Until now, they've been lucky. 5 days ago, Stu and Carrie launched from Singapore in a 2008 Cirrus, a plane with its own backup chute. Aiming for Ohio, they crossed Thailand, India, and Pakistan. Nearly 5,600 kilometers, where the only severe turbulence was in Stu's stomach.
I feel sorry for you, man, you know. Dying up in here.
But now, over the Middle East, they've been ambushed by weather.
Isn't this supposed to be the dry part of the world? This is the first time we decided to do 100% night leg, one of the longer ones of the trip. And here we are flying through a embedded thunderstorm. Got another one over there to the right.
And right now, flying around this storm is not an option.
We're right on the border of Iraq, and pretty sure they won't be super happy with us.
A detour over Iraq could be more lethal than a thunderhead. Civilian planes have been targeted by missiles before.
I think we might be lucky and have a little hole right in front of us. Yeah, it kind of seems that way.
An opening appears in the wall of thunderheads, and they make for it.
I'm liking this hole so far. So far, yeah.
It's like threading a needle on a bumpy road in the dark.
We can slide through this. Yep, just get on the other side of this and we're gold.
But as they come into land, they've got one more problem. Each other.
Where are you going? Just giving the thing a chance to do its thing. The approach should be more like that.
Stu's racked up hundreds of hours on Cirrus aircraft.
Yeah, this place.
So from the start of this trip,
We'll give you the reins on this one, see how you do.
they agreed Stu would be captain.
Your nose down. Gear coming up.
On their previous missions, Carrie's experience made him the heavyweight.
Nose down, nose down, nose down, nose down.
And this role reversal has been a struggle.
Turn around, cancel the approach. We got all that. 1 second. 1 second. Let me just answer. We're talking. Around.
Now, just seconds from landing, Carrie's turned into a backseat driver.
You're not even close. I know.
Stu trusts the autopilot to help bring them in.
Ain't doing it.
Carrie's a fly-by-hand guy who thinks autopilot is overrated. But a night landing at a strange airport is a bad time to start second-guessing.
Giving up yet? Stay a little high. We've got a long runway. It doesn't look that long. That's way long.
Stu hit down a little hard, but Carrie holds off on the color commentary.
Park it next to this guy. Got it.
For as long as he can. Around the globe, Stu and Carrie's boss, Corey Benson, has flown north to save a mission.
I didn't expect to be up here in Alaska right now, but we're out of time. We need to get this plane down there.
This Piper Cheyenne is 32 years old and showing her age.
So if anything could go wrong, it has gone wrong on this flight. You know, it breaks down every time we fly it.
That's no exaggeration. Right off the bat, a mechanical problem drove the plane nose down.
Yeah, that trim is a little funky.
Yes, it is.
Then it started spewing fuel.
And it's coming into these drain holes in the bottom of the fuselage. Huge fire hazard.
A busted heater nearly froze the pilots out of the cockpit.
We got ice all over this windscreen and it sucks.
After weeks of repairs, the first two pilots simply ran out of time and had to abandon the Cheyenne in Alaska. Now, Corey's stepping in to rescue the flight.
Well, the plane's checking out all right. Hopefully we're at the end of all the maintenance nightmares.
With a plane as old and unreliable as this one, Corey trusts only one man in the captain's seat, veteran pilot Randy McGehee, who's been with Corey since day one.
This flight's gonna be different than anything we've ever done before, especially this old avionics in here. I've never seen it before.
What he can see is trouble.
And the point is our workload is gonna spike compared to what we're normally doing. Just little things like talking on the radio and putting frequencies in and dialing in our navs. It's gonna be a lot more work than we're used to in the critical moments of flight.
Are you nervous about the flight at all?
I actually don't feel real good about it. I mean, as pilots, you know, you don't go, oh, I got a bad feeling, but this one's got me uneasy. I mean, it's honest, you know?
For Randy to say that this is not like any other flight, I mean, he's got well over 10,000 hours of flying. That definitely makes you think twice about this flight. I just hope that that's the end of all the bullshit with this plane. We need to get through Russia and get it down to the Philippines.
Don't count on it, bud.
Props are on feather, autopilot is off. All right, man, I'm pumped.
Since Corey took on this notorious hangar queen, it's averaged a breakdown every 800 kilometers, even backtracking for repairs. Now, they're asking it to fly close to 9,000 kilometers in just 5 days.
Dude, if we make it, it's gonna be a miracle.
Number 158, Papa Golf cleared for takeoff 3.
After a few hours of shut-eye, Stu and Carrie are rolling out.
Nothing like a good early noon start to your day.
Yeah.
Well, we get to bed at 2 o'clock, and that's all we can do.
What a cool departure, holy moly.
This is crazy. We're flying over this desert that's so full of history. I mean, there's been so many battles waged across this area.
Carrie and Stu have their own ongoing battle over who's really in charge.
Go that way, go that way.
And now, when it's as simple as snapping a few pictures over the Arabian desert,
Over the terrain.
I'm going. Give me a second.
Oh, you're not.
Give me a second, dude. Give me a second.
they can't even agree on how to sightsee.
You're gonna miss it all.
All right. Stop yelling at me.
Now, close to the midpoint of their 20,000 kilometer journey, their route takes them across the Mediterranean into France and a full-blown snowstorm.
Going this way and it's coming at us fast. We can't outrun this thing. It's impossible. It's dumping snow outside, but luckily we're too high for anything to stick to the wings.
Even now, the sparring match doesn't let up.
Oh, see about getting some descent. ASAP, por favor.
Hang on, Nancy. Don't get your panties in a wad.
But the sparks inside the cockpit are no match for what's outside.
Oh, man, are we getting pushed. Holy.
The winds are now gale force,
Almost powered almost all the way down.
54 knot tailwind.
but the storm has one more very big surprise.
Oh, look at that. Feel that? Are you kidding me right now? Holy in a minute, went from nothing to, oh my God, hundreds of lightning strikes. I've never seen that before.
Each of these dots tracks a lightning strike in their path.
A minute ago, there was nothing there, and it just painted about 100 strikes. Right on our path, we would try to contact them, let them know we're turning, but I'm not waiting for permission on this one. We're just going.
Landing at night at a strange airport in a severe storm. It's about as bad as it gets. But it's about to get worse.
Gotta go left. Gotta go left. Man, this is some serious wind. 50-mile-an-hour wind blow you all over the place.
Stu guides the lightweight Cirrus with the help of the autopilot.
Double wings, you're gonna get blown left again.
But in these winds, the autopilot can't keep up.
If it goes left again, once it catches that left wind,
I'm hand flying it.
all right.
Stu flies by hand to stay on course. But Kerry has 20 years of hand flying, and for him, nothing's happening fast enough.
Easy. You're going down 1,000 feet a minute. Level wings, level off.
Kerry yards on the stick.
Just pull us up. We're 1,000 feet over the water. You're going down 1,000 feet a minute.
We're good.
Sorry, man.
And one another.
You were not recovering.
It's all right, the airplane has it, all right?
Don't let the airplane do the work for you. The airplane did not have it. We were going down 1,000 feet a minute.
Kerry doesn't trust the autopilot to bring them down safely in this weather.
I got it now. I'm just trying to get the thing over, all right?
Don't have to turn that fast.
Settle down.
Stu's an old hand at flying the Cirrus, and on this run, he's the captain.
Oh, you're getting blown. Oh, man, it's windy up here. Holy. Hey, chop your power. You're gonna
Dude, just please.
I'm scissor.
Maybe it's his training as a firefighter, but under pressure and with his co-pilot barking at him, Stu keeps his cool.
Pops up, thank you.
I don't respond to yelling. I never have, I never will. We are in a life-threatening situation that demands 100% focus, and anything that's taken my focus away from that could kill us.
But outside the cockpit, neither pilot is giving an inch.
You know, when you grab the stick, which is the scariest feeling for me to have someone do, when you grabbed it, we were in a steep bank. We weren't in a steep bank.
We were in a very steep bank. You were trying too hard to re-intercept that, and we were all of a sudden going way down real fast. It wasn't bad yet, but I wasn't going to let it get any worse.
But I was holding it. I wasn't in its freaking snow and dive, but grabbing
You weren't correcting it fast enough for me. I wasn't going to let it go.
But that's the thing. I wasn't doing it fast enough for you, but I was on it.
I didn't think so.
It helps a little bit when I get some peace when I'm trying to land in 50-mile-an-hour crosswinds, but it's hard for me to focus on all the variables that I'm trying to do and have you yelling at me and saying stuff. It's like, oh God, just.
Well, I can't.
I know.
I don't want to die either, so I'm trying to help. I've got a wife and kids to come home to. Bottom line is, if I see something dangerous about to happen, I'm going to prevent it from happening one way or the other. If that means I got to grab the controls and piss somebody off, well, then that's what I'm going to do.
But hopefully you have a little bit of faith and I can fly this aircraft and I can land it.
I don't trust anybody. That's the problem.
The bigger problem is that together, they will soon face one of the most dangerous crossings in the world.
Russia, here we come, man. But your best buddy, your best buddy at 22,000. Man, I'm glad you're here.
It defies the odds that Corey and Randy are in the air at all. The geriatric Cheyenne, with its bad history of problems and repairs, has somehow carried them more than 3,000 kilometers from Alaska into Russia.
Life is good. Chasing that sun. We have a heater.
The The cockpit heaters helping combat the minus 40-degree temperatures outside. That wasn't always the case.
We got things freezing up. We got nuts and bolts freezing up.
On earlier flights, the Cheyenne revealed a low tolerance for the cold.
We got a windshield that won't defrost. It's just one thing after another.
But fixes to the cockpit and windshield heaters are holding up. And in sub-zero temperatures, that's critical.
November 800 Echo Bravo, Houston, Greenland.
Clear to land 10800 Echo Bravo.
Gonna be a skating rink.
Dude, I'm glad we made it, man. That was a long day. Made some good ground, though.
By morning,
There she is, looking stout on the ramp.
the temperature is pinned at minus 31 degrees.
It's a little cold, Captain.
Got awesome weather. It's gonna be a good day to fly if our airplane goes together. Yeah.
If she starts.
The problem-plagued Cheyenne needs a big thaw job.
Oh, there's the heater truck. That's old school Russian right there.
At this airport, there are no hangars and no de-icing fluid.
I've never seen anything like this before.
And this relic is the Soviet solution.
I don't know, you think that's World War II era? And what this truck's gonna do is put heat on our engines to preheat the engines.
Trying to get this plane warmed up so we can get her started. Woo! What do you think, Granny? Negative 30 right now?
I don't know, my face hurts.
I put one of the heaters inside the cabin. I mean, I think the engines are gonna start up fine. The avionics is what's got me worried.
Well, we gotta go, and today's our day to do it. If we can make it out, a lot of our trouble's behind us, I think. I hope.
November 800 Echo Bravo, clear for takeoff. Hello, for takeoff.
Clear for takeoff, 800 Echo Bravo. All right, Corey, here we go. Let's get out of Magadan.
Dude, it is cold, man.
I never thought we were going to get here, let alone get out of here, but it's time to go. You're even putting that in the air, man.
It's on.
My feet are so cold they hurt, man. I think that heater's working.
I just recycled it. Prayed to God it works.
But in this moody Cheyenne, tempting fate is a bad idea.
That heater's not working, man.
Holy. My toes are frozen.
Oh, are you okay?
The heater's not working.
They're at 24,000 feet. The outside temperature is minus 45 degrees. Flight time, 4 hours.
How come every time I'm in an airplane with you, I find myself in a situation I've never been in before? It's usually a bad situation. Holy crap, did you feel
Together, they've pulled through storms.
We're down to 2 minutes. Come on, baby.
And engine scares.
That's a bad feeling, man.
They've battled the dark,
All you can see is black.
exhaustion, and a cockpit explosion
What was that?
that could have ended in disaster.
Why did the heater have to break here?
Hypothermia is a brand new menace, and just as lethal.
My toes hurt. I'm a little concerned. We gotta keep moving them, you know?
Stu Sprung and Kerry McCauley approach the northeast coast of Scotland.
I take control, November 158, Papa Golf, level 8,000.
November 1.
The last stop before launching across the North Atlantic.
Flaps to zero.
Up to 0.
And the crowd goes wild.
No applause. But the guy waiting for them at the hangar
We were ready. Okay.
has something more important. A critical weather forecast.
And this afternoon, from about 3 o'clock onwards, it's all lifting till basically a clear sky.
Excellent. For the North Atlantic in the winter, It's a beautiful day.
Well, if they all went with a forecast like that, they're all going to live. But they don't.
On their journey from Singapore to Ohio, Carrie and Stu have covered nearly 13,500 kilometers in 10 days. But the next leg is the most dangerous. Close to 3,700 kilometers of open ocean, with a couple of risky landings in between.
I got it.
And winter is at the door.
So have you noticed how empty the hangar is?
Yeah. I'm looking at that right now. I'm noticing that we're the only private aircraft in this hangar right now.
Yeah, that kind of tells you something, that all the ferry flights that take the northern route have come and gone for the season.
Yeah.
Except for us.
The crossing will be a tall order for the small Cirrus and its one propeller. And for pilot Kerry McCauley, it's not just late in the year, it's late in his career.
You know, I've done a lot of ocean crossings, and I'm not really 100% sure how I feel about them anymore. You know, I don't really get scared or nervous, but there's always something in the back of the mind that's telling me this is maybe a little dumb. I haven't done a single-engine North Atlantic crossing in 12 years, and I kind of thought I'd retired from that. Here I am, facing the old girl again. This is the real deal.
I can see my breath. That's awesome.
Over Russia, Corey and Randy may as well be flying a refrigerator.
I don't know what it's gonna be, but when you pay me back, it's gonna be huge. Not big, huge.
From the trip's start, the Cheyenne was dogged by an unreliable heater. Now, it's officially gone AWOL.
Grandpa, why do you only have 2 toes? Well, son, there was one day Randy forced me to go on this flight with him. Corey, how much would you give me if I stick my tongue to that metal? How much longer?
2 hours, 37 minutes, sir.
But the laughs will only keep you warm for so long.
Holy, it's negative 50 now. Might even be colder because the gauge is pegged. And our bags are up front, or else we could at least get some sweatshirts and stuff and put down on our feet.
I put my hat down there. Any other time, I would have canceled our flight, you know? It's too cold. I mean, it's just too tough, man. My feet are numb and hurt.
Corey and Randy are in a danger zone, right in their own cockpit. They're losing body heat fast.
I'm gonna put another map down here.
It's not high-grade insulation, but every bit helps.
Maps actually work pretty good.
Can we have me another one?
Here, one of our favorite places, a nice warm Australia.
Hypothermia can rob a pilot of his judgment and reaction time. And Corey and Randy have 2 more hours of this.
We have to be extremely careful that none of this stuff gets caught in the rudder pedals.
I've been flying for 26 years. I've never heard of a situation like this. It started out kind of funny, and hey, this was really cold, and then it got really cold, and then it got serious.
Yeah, it hurts to touch my feet.
Holy.
In Scotland, Carrie and Stu are impatient to pull the trigger on their epic transatlantic crossing.
We gotta get a flight plan going too. What's our
Take a look at some weather.
Can we get one and get moving pretty quick? Wait, an hour?
5 minutes.
5 minutes. Don't take on a ferry flight if you've got a deadline to meet, because that's the real killer.
Chief ground handler Andrew Bruce has watched ferry flyers roll in and out for more than 2 decades.
So what, how many guys are going in the water a year here?
3 a year die.
So what do they do wrong?
What do they do wrong? They just get involved in weather that really isn't compatible with that aircraft, and occasionally they run out of fuel. Because the winds on the Atlantic have got a habit of not being what they are when they're forecasted.
Yeah.
Yeah, I didn't think I'd be doing this again, but here we go.
And before this trip is out,
Hey, Papa Golf, grip for takeoff.
they'll both be reminded just how unpredictable a North Atlantic winter can be. Nearly 8,000 kilometers away, Corey Benson and Randy McGeehee are in a Russian deep freeze.
Dude, my hands are so cold I can't move them.
The Cheyenne's heater broke down more than 4 hours ago.
My feet hurt so bad and it's so hard to move right now. I'm a little worried about manipulating the controls on landing, you know? Thought go hit the brakes and your feet just wouldn't work.
And as they close in on the airport, it's not just their bodies that are slowing down in the cold.
See the airport? No. Be at 3 to 4 o'clock.
Corey's confused left and right, pointing Randy in the wrong direction.
3, 4 o'clock.
I'm sorry, dude, man.
November, Echo Bravo, are you ready to land?
800 Echo Bravo, we're ready to land, sir. I mean, the main difficulty on this approach right now is us, Corey. We're cold, we're distracted. Our hands, our feet aren't moving that well. I don't know if that's affecting our judgment or our thinking very much, but because I don't know that for sure, I assume that it is. So we gotta be extra careful, double, triple check everything.
Descend to height 1200 meters.
We're cleared for 16, descent to 16 meters. I'm sorry, 1600 meters.
But even with the correction, Randy's called out the wrong altitude. The kind of screw-up that can drop you into the same space as another plane.
November 800 Echo Bravo negative. Descend to height 1200 meters.
Air traffic control catches Randy's mistake.
1200 meters, thank you, 800 Echo Bravo.
Altitude corrected. But then,
November Echo Bravo, clear to land, runway 25 left.
Okay, clear land on 25 right for 800 Echo Bravo. We're going to the right?
another major error. Thundering in at 200 kilometers an hour and 300 meters off the ground, Randy has mixed up his runways.
Clear to land, runway 25 left.
25 left, 800 Echo Bravo.
Well done. Last stop in Russia.
Get it cold.
Let's get the hell out of this cold. Let's go get some vodka.
Glad we made it, man.
Well done, dude.
I'm just glad we made it this far. And we still got all our fingers and toes.
Halfway around the world and even further north, the temperature is 45 degrees warmer. For Corey's pilots, Stu Sprung and Kerry McCauley.
A little warmer than I was anticipating. We're 5 degrees above freezing. It's a little better. We have no icing problems just yet. Boy, that tailwind is really nice right now. This leg is a bunt.
They put 16,000 kilometers behind them and are now over Greenland. It's low-stress flying, and the sometimes testy mood in the cockpit is downright neighborly.
Everybody good? Everybody happy? Super happy. 158 Papa Golf, go ahead. Throttle back. Throttle back right now.
About 30 minutes from landing, fog has shut the airport.
8 Papa Golf, roger. And that's why you save all the gas you can. This is a killer. This is exactly what we did not need today. We're way past the point of no return. Yeah, we're physically over Greenland right now, so there's no turning back. Exactly the sort of thing I hate. In Greenland, the weather changes really quick. Big old front moves in or something and shuts the airport down. What's our alternate, nuke? Maybe, if we can reach anything. It's a problem, the alternates are just not close enough.
They scramble to see if the weather's better at another airport, and if they have the gas to get there.
Our Sazerac radio, Thunderstorm radio. November 158 Papa Golf.
They've lost radio contact.
How did we lose them? We're getting closer to land or over land.
Now in a real emergency, their survival depends on fast thinking and tight teamwork. While Carrie works the radio, Stu grabs the satellite phone.
Hello, this is Stu, the pilots from November 158 Papa Golf. Can you hear me? Hello? Yes, I'm sorry, I'm on the satellite phone and it's really loud. Can you hear me?
The ex-firefighter and the pro skydiver are used to escaping tense situations, but here, their hands are tied. All they can do is hover until the weather or the radio reception improve.
That's so frustrating, that damn thing. I want to throw it out the window so bad. We won't be able to hold our altitude here pretty soon.
They're burning through fuel, and if airport fog doesn't soon lift, there's just one option open, and it's strictly Hollywood.
You can always put it down on the glacier. It's probably not a real smooth landing, but survivable. At least we won't be in the water. Yeah. November 158 Pop Golf, you're coming in broke again. Call you back in a few minutes. I'm not digging getting this windshield a little iced up, though. Nope. There's Sazerac, November 158 Papa Golf. Any update on their conditions?
The radio has sputtered back to life, bringing good news. The fog is clearing, for now.
Hey, Papa Golf, roger. We are 5-1 DME out, heading back to North Sazerac. It got better, but it could get worse. At this point, we've got to land at North Sazerac now.
But you can't rush this landing. High mountains and a steep descent make it one of the most dangerous in the world.
Get ready to, you're going way too fast. Slow her down, slow her down.
Stu knows this plane, but Carrie's flown this approach many times.
In a half mile, you're supposed to be going 900 feet a minute at 90.
And his old impulse to take control in risky, fast-moving situations kicks back in.
Yep, okay, chop it. Chop it, approach flaps. Down we go. Quick. Down we go, down we go. Okay, not quite that fast. 900 feet a minute. You're doing 15. All powered out.
Stu hasn't lost his instinct to filter the noise.
Don't go any lower. Don't go any lower.
I'm good.
It's on this side. It's not in that hill. It's over here. Oh, got a sight. Runway inside for Papa Golf.
Stu aced the landing, but there's no time for high fives.
It's like we're lucky we got in when we did.
Yeah.
He's coming down again.
Yeah, it's like we got a little flurry.
Before the weather boxes them in, they score a fast refuel and lift off again, this time bound for North America. Two oceans and a continent away.
Oh my God, what a change in the elements.
Corey and Randy have traveled from hypothermia to heat exhaustion.
Going from negative 50 degrees to sweating like crazy. From sitting in the fetal position, worried my toes are gonna fall off, to sitting here, can't stop sweating. Dude, we're almost there.
This has been a bear of a trip. From Florida, across North America, over the top of the world, through Russia, Asia, and now closing in on their final destination, the Philippines.
Capitan, I can't imagine doing this flight without you, bro. Thanks, man. I appreciate that. I have a feeling you'd be going to my funeral. Seriously, it's a tough flight, man.
A laundry list of serious mechanical problems means they're rolling in 6 weeks late.
But we're almost there, 5 minutes.
But the old troublesome Cheyenne isn't done with them yet.
That exhaust pipe is rattling crazy. Rattling? Vibrating.
The worry? That the right engine is about to bite the dust.
The one thing we haven't had problems with is the engines till now, and we're on approach. Gotta get this plane on the ground, man. Come on, baby. Couple more minutes.
They cross their fingers and make for the runway.
We're not going around, okay? Clear to land 06. Clear to land 06 for 800 Echo Bravo. 150 feet, you got right down, good. Clear to land.
November 800 Echo Bravo, left Echo 4, taxi Charlie.
The ground, good afternoon, Signal up for 13.
We're in Manila. I never thought we'd get here.
By 995.
Dude, I thought we were gonna lose that right engine on approach. I don't even want to talk about it.
Robert? Yeah. Corey Benson. Very nice to meet you.
Randy McGehee. Yeah.
The new owners sent his personal pilot for the pickup.
Yeah. We had some challenges, you know, and there's a few issues on the plane, but we've got a list. We'll go over it with you, but we're glad we're here, finally.
This flight is probably the most dangerous and challenging flight out of all the ones that we've done. I'm ready to hand the keys over on this one. I'm done.
More than 12,000 kilometers away.
Oh, this is some rugged land.
Corey's pilots, Stu and Carrie, have hit a milestone of their own. The ocean is now behind them.
That's the same with Canada. I mean, it's monstrous. Unbelievably huge.
They've jumped the last Atlantic leg and are now facing the Canadian wilderness and a fierce headwind.
What do you want to do, under or over? I say under.
Southwest of Goose Bay, Labrador, they drop low. Really low.
This goes against almost everything that most pilots have been trained to do. We screw up here, run the tree so fast, you don't even have time to say, oh, but the thing is, most pilots don't know how to do it.
Avoiding bad weather by skimming beneath it is called scud running.
That's pretty.
After beating back the North Atlantic, it's the next best thing to a victory lap.
Oh, look at that. God, I love this. I love scud running.
Papa Golf, winds are calm, clear to land.
At the end of 20,000 kilometers, Stu and Carrie are guiding the Cirrus to its new Ohio home.
The line 24 left, 8 Papa Golf.
And some things never change.
Hey, yep, better start your turn. Don't blow through it. Start your turn. 2 degrees. That good? That's pretty good.
Carrie had trouble giving up the captain's seat to the less experienced Stu.
What's up? Thank you.
But he can't argue with success.
So you are no longer a Atlantic ferry pilot virgin.
That is true, dude. Thanks to you, you have crossed the big blue.
In 2 weeks, they flew 20,000 kilometers. That's halfway around the world, through some of the most dangerous territory anywhere.
That's no small thing. That's just not getting up, going into the office, coming home at 5, having dinner and watching TV. This is the complete opposite of that.
You did a good job, bud. Captain Sprung.
I needed you there, dude. This was the largest, most epic thing I've been able to do, and I'm so happy that you were there because it made it so much easier.
You are now one of a tiny fraction of humanity who's ever captained a single-engine piston over the North Atlantic, especially in the wintertime. Now that it's done, pretty proud of both Stu and I. Man, I just flew a single-engine piston halfway around the world. You got to be proud of that, you know. I just smile thinking about it. It's just pretty cool. I'll take care of the plane. You can boogie. You know, you got to catch that flight.
In the plane delivery business, a trip's end.
Thanks, man.
No problem. Awesome trip.
Time.
It's just an excuse to start the next adventure. And now, in Dubai, that's exactly what boss Corey Benson is doing.
It's showtime.
Mr. Al-Mansour, how are you? Very nice to finally meet you. Me too.
He's chasing the money in the Middle East.
Hello, how are you? Corey Benson.
Opening a second office.
Do we have any meetings scheduled for today?
Yeah, we have like 2 meetings today after the press conference.
I'm glad to be here. This is one of the biggest milestones that our company has ever had. Opening the second headquarters down here in Dubai, really expanding into the Middle East and into the African markets. This is big.
Here, buying, selling, and delivering planes is a multi-billion-dollar industry and growing. Corey's own bottom line in his first year of business was in the hundreds of thousands. And it's been one wild ride.
I've seen so many amazing countries. I've met so many amazing people around the world.
Congratulations. Congratulations.
And I've flown so many different types of airplanes.
And riding out a lot of the tough stuff with a seasoned pro never hurts.
You rocked on that approach. My pilot skills have increased tremendously, and I attribute a lot of that to flying with Randy. It's been an incredible experience to fly with him and watch and learn.
Together, Corey, Randy, and the top-notch team of ferry pilots have touched down in 39 countries and logged more than 123,000 kilometers, over 3 times the circumference of the planet. Corey's already planning the next leg of his own epic journey.
We're doing the craziest flights you can possibly imagine, and we've got some crazy guys to do it.
Okay, kind of pathetic, but it's all we got.
For a guy who risked everything on this gamble, the payback is sweet.
There's nothing cooler than what I do.